Hi, my name is Mallory and I'm a marketing strategist and business consultant helping small business owners like you create impactful connections with their audience through strategic marketing. So today I want to share a little bit about how to be more strategic with your content on social media to actually create a bit of a sales funnel. Chances are you have heard of content pillars, but in case you haven't, these are essentially categories that you can use to help make your content planning a little bit easier. So the 5 content pillars that I always recommend for clients to use are engaging content, educational content, connection content, social proof, and then promotional content. These are not necessarily weighted equally. You're gonna probably have a little bit more focus on your engaging content and educational content. And then it's gonna go down to being more of a connection content, then social proof, and then maybe like 5 to 10% of your content is actually gonna be promotional. So each of these content pillars actually relates to the know, like, trust factor. So if you don't know what that is the concept that people need to know your brand, like your brand, and trust your brand before they actually purchase from you. And if you are your brand, obviously that relates to you. Let's go step by step so you can kind of see how each content pillar relates to that. So your engaging content is so people get to know you. It's solely for brand awareness, right? So a lot of the times these are going to be reels, whether they have anything to do with your business or not. Those are going to really grab people's attention and get them back to your account. It might also be quotes, memes, anything fun like that that's like highly shareable and highly engaging. That is the content you're going to have at the top of your funnel. So the next piece of the funnel is your educational content. And this actually does like triple time work for you because your educational content actually builds the know, like, trust all in itself. So this one is really valuable to have in your content strategy. So if you don't have educational content built into your strategy right now, you might want to rethink that. Basically, what you're doing is you're giving people a quick tip they can implement on themselves or a piece of information that they really need to know quickly. Something that's gonna really like help move them towards what they want. The next content pillar in your funnel is connection. So these are those like personal touches. Any type of touch point where somebody can create a connection with you is your connection content, essentially. So this can be, more personal things. This can be showing off kind of any of your interests outside of your business, things like that. That's going to create a stronger connection with you. A lot of the times, this is where storytelling becomes really, really powerful. So you can tell a story about something that's really meaningful to you, aligns with maybe your brand values or something along those lines. And it's going to really create that emotional connection between you and your audience to solidify the relationship a little bit more. So your connection content is actually really based off of liking you. So it's building that connection to, get them to like you a little bit more. But it also has a touch of helping them trust you, because when you're sharing maybe something a little bit more vulnerable, which would fall under the connection content, that is going to automatically build trust when you're sharing more vulnerable type posts. Then we have your social proof. This obviously relates to building credibility, so building trust with your audience. So basically this can be testimonials. This can be you just showing some behind the scenes of you working. And it can be sharing your own stories. So if you're using the techniques, tips, just anything that you're kind of teaching or your area of expertise, really showing that off is a form of social proof. So whether you've had your own transformation with whatever you're talking about, all of that stuff is going to be social proof for you, user generated content, things like that. It's really valuable in showing that you know what the heck you're talking about, and other people know that you know what you're talking about, and there's social proof behind it. So this is going to really help build that trust factor. And the last piece of your funnel is promotional content. So this doesn't necessarily relate back to any of the know, like, trust. It's just you need to have know, like, trust built before you can get them to this point, before they're actually going to purchase from you. So you can start to see how we're really funneling them down from that engagement content down all the way through this process of building know, like, trust with them down to your promotional content. So one thing to know is you don't need to post these all in order. So it doesn't need to be like engaging content on Monday, educational content on Tuesday, and so forth. A lot of this is going to be mixed in. Like I said at the beginning, these are not weighted equally. So you're going to probably have several engaging pieces of content, several educational pieces of content, and kind of like mixing some of them in. So your promotional content might only be posted like every other week, or however it kind of works out with your specific funnel and content. But there also is going to be some overlap. So a lot of the times I actually kind of overlap connection content with social proof. I am telling a story of one of my clients and how, maybe something that we worked on together has produced results for them, but it creates a connection with people because they can relate back to that specific client's challenges that they may be facing, but also is showing them social proof that I was able to help them. So a lot of this content is actually gonna maybe cross over between each other, but knowing the general content pillars and how they kind of work and relate back to your know, like, trust factor is going to be really, really helpful in kind of building this funnel down into your sales, basically. So that is your content funnel. Not only will having these content pillars make planning your content a little bit easier because you have some guidelines to follow, but when you're using them as this funnel, it's actually going to produce better results for you in the long run when you're actually implementing this continuously over and over and over again. You can really funnel through all of this content to really help engage, grow, build connections with your audience. So I hope this was helpful. And if it was, please, please, please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. I'll see you next time.